Welcome to Caribbean Classics Day, sponsored by Hoarder Education. I am James Nalfos and I will be your moderator. I hope you enjoy listening to some of the excerpts of Hoarder Caribbean Classics. Do not hesitate to get a copy of your favorite Hoarder text. The novel entitled Aunt Jen was written by Jamaican author Paulette Ramsay. Sunshine, a young Jamaican girl, is desperate to know and understand her identity. Written as a series of letters to her absent mother, Aunt Jen traces the changing attitudes of a child entering adulthood, as she begins to realize and accept the truth behind her mother's departure. A painfully one-sided correspondence through which Sunshine hopes to understand her own past. Aunt Jen reveals the complex inheritance we pass on to our children. Miss Louise Victor will read the excerpt of this novel. Miss Victor is the current executive director of the Monsignor Patrick Anthony Folk Research Center and serves on the Cultural Development Foundation Board of Directors. She is dynamic, strategic, and passionate about storytelling, and this led to her creating Ocean's Brand Consulting upon graduating from Cardiff University. She's a former president of the National Youth Council of St. Lucia. Additionally, she's a wellness devotee, fitness enthusiast, and a carnival lover. Do you know a friend who has not seen their parent for a number of years? How is your friend able to cope?
Poor Uncle Johnny. I miss his cheesy toes. I would give anything to smell his cheesy toes now. I can just picture him now. Come home, sit in the kitchen, take off his shoes, and bam, the smell would hit you. It was like popping open an airtight can. Sometimes I would hold my nose and run, but I'm telling you, I would give anything in the world to be near that smell right now. Ma has taken it hard. She looks as if she added on 10 years. She looks so weak and feeble. She says Johnny didn't have a long life, but he had 25 years of love and care. He had mother love and father love, and she knows that mother love was plenty. She says he died with a heart full of love. But Ma says she's sure that Uncle Johnny's death was no simple accident. It was a hand. But she says she leaves the one who did it to God, because when we get before the judgment seat, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Poor Ma, I don't like to see her so sad. Every time I look at her, I want to cry again. As to Gramps, he would have gone into the grave with Uncle Johnny if he could. He looks as if he is dead inside. He doesn't talk to anybody now. He leaves early in the morning, before first cock crows, and he comes back late in the night and goes straight to bed. He doesn't even eat or smoke his pipe as before. When they were putting the coffin in the grave, Gramps threw himself on the ground and bawled. Everybody was weeping. Some women were holding up Ma and fanning her because she kept fainting, but Gramps bawled like a mad donkey braying. I will never get that picture or the sound of bawling out of my mind. Never. And I know things will never be the same again in this house, for a piece of all of us went into the grave with Uncle Johnny. I buried your card with him, for it's because of him why that card was not destroyed long ago. It's not right for it to be laying around the house while Uncle Johnny is dead and rotting in the ground. When he said ashes to ashes and dust to dust and everybody was throwing dirt into the grave, I threw in the card. And so he's staying with us for a while. I don't know what we would do without her. She cooks and runs the house for Ma because Ma seems to be in another world. Most times, she just sits there like a crumpled old bag. Aunt Sue is a real rock. She knows what to do in every situation. She turned Uncle Johnny's bed upside down and she lights a candle and puts it on his chest of drawers every night. I don't think I'm going to ask her why she does it. She says tomorrow we are going to plant flowers around the grave. I think I'm going to plant some marigolds. Uncle Johnny used to pick them and put them in my hair. He would like marigolds. Ma said marigolds reminded her of Uncle Johnny's bright smile. She says everybody has a plant that you can match them up with. She says that for Ansu, it's the rose. She's soft and sweet, but she has maca that will juke you if you squeeze her too hard. Gram, she says, is shame old lady. For a little trouble, touch him shut up. Me, she says, I'm periwinkle, like I'm medicine, good for her and good for Grams. I love to listen to Ma. I always learn so much from her. Well, we are still trying to figure out among ourselves what under God's sun could really keep you from coming to the funeral. But I hope you had a good reason. And Sue bought your sympathy card from the post office today. Ma read the little note you wrote saying that you are sorry you didn't come to the funeral and you'll explain something in a later date. Ma says that at the rate you're going, even when God comes, you will be making excuses. Ma is just upset with you. Your sympathy card reminded me of the first time you wrote to me. I was so disappointed that it was just a card that I wrote several letters to you and couldn't mail some of them because I wrote them in my anger. I even rewrote the letter I wrote to you a few weeks after because there were parts of it where I knew I was really passing my place. I'm really not doing well at this time, waiting on a letter from you. A very disappointed Sunshine. P.S. Do you know anybody else who has done anything like what you did to your family?
We hope you have enjoyed this edition of Caribbean Classics Day, sponsored by Horder Education. For more of this titled and many others, visit hordereducation.co.uk. Stay tuned for our next episode. Please remain safe and set aside time to engage in reading. I am Jameson Alphos, saying goodbye for now.